So things are closing. Companies are shutting down for 2 weeks right now. The school systems have completely shut down as well. And what does this necessarily mean for our economy? If businesses aren't making money for the next 2 weeks or more, this might go on for an entire month or longer, they're not going to be making any money. So currently, right now, employees aren't working. And when they come back to a company that hasn't made money in 2 weeks to a month, they may have to start laying off some people to cover some of their costs to try to come back from everything that they've already lost. And if people start losing their jobs while they have already not worked for 2 weeks to a month, things can get bad. And when things get bad, things get cheaper. And I know it's a funny paradox. When things get cheaper, investors and people who go buy stocks and real estate get richer. And that's something that I want you guys to do, because that's something that I'm going to try to do myself. I don't, don't quote me. This is just my own thoughts. This is the internet. I think things are going to drop. Stocks have already dropped. You can go and see that yourself. You can Google the stock market and things have been plummeting. And I think it's going to keep plummeting. After stocks have already gone all the way down, I think the housing market's going to be next. And the housing market is where I want to shine. Once everything falls apart, I'm going to go and buy as much real estate as I humanly can. Humanly? Possibly. Possibly can. And you should really do the same. We've been waiting for a recession, because this may be titled a recession. We've been waiting for this for so long. All us millennials and people who can't afford houses. The time has come. And yet all that I'm seeing people do is freak out online when this is what you kind of wanted. You want the savings, and now the savings is most likely going to come. So be prepared. It is tax season right now, so a lot of people should be getting back their taxes. And instead of spending that, try to save that money and buy your property with it. It doesn't cost a lot of money to buy a property. In Los Angeles, yes, it is a little more expensive, but a lot of you watching may not be in Los Angeles. It might have properties in the $200,000 range, which is insane. If you have 3.5% down, you can buy properties for as little as $5,000, $10,000. I bought one of my properties with $15,000. That's cheaper than a car, and I have a property with that. So if you can just grab a little bit of money for these next couple of weeks and buy yourself a property at a huge discount rate, it will go back up. Yes, if the stock market's crashing right now, the stocks are going to go back up. If the housing market crashes right now, it's going to go back up. And you shouldn't have to worry about retirement or anything. So what do you do right now? Right now, at this very moment, just collect as much money as you possibly can. In a couple of weeks, when the prices are actually dropping and the stock market has finally hit its bottom and it's going to start leveling out instead of doing this crazy zigzag that it's doing right now, go speak to a lender. Or start interviewing lenders right now. Some people you may get along with, some people may approve you for this reason, but this person is going to give you a better interest rate. But this person over here is going to give you more money. There's a lot of different type of lenders. So start interviewing some of them to see which ones you can work with or don't like working with. I've worked with real estate agents, and I've decided to stop working with real estate agents just solely on the fact that I thought they were too pushy, or I didn't think that they actually were trying to look for something that I wanted and were just throwing me properties. So start interviewing some real estate agents as well. You yourself don't have to be an expert. There are people who specifically work in these fields, because it is very easy to get a property and it's very easy to get a loan. Once you find the loan officer or a bank or a credit union that you want to work with, you send them in your W-2s and your pay stubs and a couple of bank statements. From there, they tell you how much you can buy. You take that piece of paper that lets them know your pre-approval letter. You go, give it to a real estate agent, and you start hunting for properties. From there, it's just a little bit of a bidding war. Who's going to get there first? Who has a better offer? You know, at first it's going to seem hard, and you may not even find a property that you love, but just make sure that the numbers work. It doesn't necessarily have to be your dream property. You're not looking for your dream property. You're looking for an investment. You're looking for something that will rent out for a better value than your mortgage. And, you know, so once you find that property, your real estate agent's going to submit an offer. Your offer gets approved, hopefully. Your offer gets approved, bam, you have 17 days to do inspections. Inspections can be anywhere from the appraisal, the termite, piping. You can do any inspection that you want. You can do all the inspections you want or just 2. It's really up to you. Once those 17 days are up and you have done all your inspections and you still want to buy the property because it looks good and it's not falling apart, don't buy a property that's falling apart. Your lender carries on with the rest, and your real estate agent carries on with the rest, to the point where you're literally just going to get a text going, oh, hey, can you come on in, or can you sign this paper? And a lot of it's electronically. So if you don't even want to go outside afterwards, your lenders just send you the paperwork online, and so does your real estate agent. So you have 2 people on your corner helping you to kind of level down your nerves. And in about a month, because a real estate transaction typically takes 30 to 45 days, you have a property, possibly at a very good interest rate, and possibly one that you can rent out and possibly start getting some cash flow. And then that cash flow is going to be income that you no longer have to work on a daily basis, 8 to 5, every single day to get that money. And then you go and do it again the next year. Because it is so much easier for things to fall apart than it is to fix things. For some odd reason, you could be doing fantastic and plan, but then life happens and all of it comes crashing down. But it takes a lot longer to build it back up. So don't be too worried that once things crash, you have to go now. You'll probably have a couple of months to maybe even a year or 2 to buy as many properties as you can, because it requires a lot of time for people to gain back confidence. It's kind of like when your best friend lies to you and you've been best friends for 10 years, but now she stabbed you in the back and you're not going to talk for 6 months until she proves that she's your best friend again. It's kind of like that. So with that said, let me know if you guys agree with me. Let me know if you think I'm completely wrong and we're not going to go into recession and companies shutting down for 2 weeks to a month isn't going to hurt us at all. Let me know. I really want to spark up a conversation. I really want to see if people are on the same idea or if I'm just crazy. So leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.